cause enya asembone na Mr. Lawyer ne si enipa ombeba ho e na all cast media no questions bisa but one can say asem na make an so record we are send them opponent ena nipa ne so a wo send them onim say omune de bi omu didi lawyers yatem omuni good terms eti ehu ya ne say Ashanti Queen ebo audio no senka obo audio no ko audio no hwinim enye se omo ka obi asem enye se asemboni bi no omo ka but the wa fa asem na what they chan tro describe asem na ma
we akwa basonko so e de bagana info tv so ebusia ne da woni ebo channel so make sure so subscribe e de am na face so click notification bell no se basa na update bia no wo ena wudi kan ya wonsa eweka bi ene video bi a eje no me na wa be fontin time no so eno bi na Ghana info yakwakofa ye de eba bedamo eti America crib me so be come hwen na ye nyina akwakohwe video ni bi e de abane eba ye de adwentre aba beto comment section.
If I want to interview someone like Mr. Beneza, I tend to write the questions on the paper so that I don't forget. And so we best me a tag or Hiniba Media Mamia and embrace say now I was really praising try to let him know say Fox News they are always on one page and as a BB no mu ye boom and yes abako ye A na bako ye B you know Hiniba ka so be take you on sad you know be hwehwe me nti na kra me po me guy no good review so na mo wa ha mon kind so if you guys remember everybody can say yes or no me guy any good review e mo Hiniba Media ba live no so and kra me appreciate it say it seems say we're taking on constructive criticism now, and then on a guy in a reportage, you know, it was very, very good. Samokaya, ye name such as and behind closed doors, no be before AC. And you know, said your chicola church, you know, Mr. So assembly buy, I was a local source. Now we'll check it. Making sure say you are also getting the right information because now me say mo bem able me cry do baby na ma bem able because now the way I'm me say lawyer Dominic any blogger be abon komo direct e ma na recording no Ashanti Queen e can am say no I can just say I can hit my chest and say so me sure say lawyer Dominic any blogger back or bon komo ma na recording no eno de minji ni say sabesi. So I was even a make as Ashanti Queen Ochan Tronti and my yen disregarded the work no and some a reliable source beams that time no na minyenya Mr. Beneza cry believe you me my catcher still I haven't gotten hold of him but at least I've gotten hold of another way many better explanation into many reliable akasa many other people akasa. I can explain exactly what happened. Into me mamuni akwaba once again to Honey Blossom page. Ahano, the truth is bitter. And I mean him said yes, you know, it may seem unfortunate to our viewers, mobile sad, mobile worried, but the mechanism mama yen stay calm and yet sebi obin kum nipa boni bien siye near a see and I think that Chicola explain be na akwakwa ye say na ye nim say nde ya himfie da me pa chomon pa WhatsApp na life ne nko nenim nde ya himfie da nti ye nia na ye need say Pakosohene no obeba hey no defroster oh yes stew na yenim se Pakosohene beba because say ndra kra me bisa o Hiniba Media and kra me bisa no so a likely probability say obeba ni very very high so we all had the hopes and obeba oh me nyako
Patrol say honey ebeba back no patrol muntape my wife muntape at least more 50,000 na mo fa chede kakra 50 and my wife edamase your friend is saying send na honey kano anapa we yema sa Hiniba reporter no at least near doing say he was trying to be neutral this time around and be on a neutral grounds, which would help them as a media house. So Hiniba 8 this is some of the reasons why they be anamijina ne konso about senior omu ye ejuma. Any senior omu ejuma. Because over here and saying Ohiniba is actually getting his credibility back. At least is you know, or kasane consistency, no. Anyway, you know, it has channeled itself across all boards. And you know, so if we are having issues like this where reporters are leaking information or deliberately, because in this case, make us say a deliberate. Untimi nkanche say nipa no okoye no onim say or a deliberate. Is it a deliberate attempt to stir issues na enfa hey brand enfa menti ase? Oh, as a reporter, awuye ejuma e cover bibi as sensitive as this no enioma bi wo ho ise say wo de o de ba ne de wo famba. And that is the problem I've always had with Sa Abrantian or Reportima or Hiniba Media. No? And me, my corner platform, so me and Kasama approach no. And I approached him no so no. Me kasi nenimu pain. Me kasi nenima can't see no me catch no pain when him say. Then ye all me knew what he seeks to gain. But the opposite on your friend is saying on joining her obviously pretty has Chico can explain it again if you people want.
Yeah, we can let Chico explain. Oh dear, Mema Chico explain it, then the other side na Mema pick it up. Then I also explain exactly what happened.
Ebi mu afe no mo erem inti upa obetimi asen a check.
Me person Chico go first. Chico go first. Na Mema ba second.
Why?
Yeah, me person Chico go first. Na Mema ba second.
Pacho mon tap my.
Pacho mon tap mo repost na mon share.
Why me Pacho mon show Chico love why na obi besra yen say na neja. Mon show no love amaye me Pacho. Mrs. Ajiman me mama kwaba odo me mama kwaba Auntie Agnes no defroster me mamuni akwaba Flory. Falila my girl me ma akwaba akwanoma my dear me ma akwaba enti ye betire mu na se de be ya mokoda amotumi ada with some peace in your heart. Yeah, take over, Pacho, go for it.
Abusian for me Samuel bibia akwaba ene ne eye ahimfie zade so aba hene meeting eye Pakosohene ne abusua panyin sense na omukoye no na ene obi anim se nana beba me kra na ene minim se Pakosohene obeba be piem wo enti as a lawyer or advising a client say the information we nana back question we na what's a movie sa no, because at the end of the day bloggers in the baby question
Okay.
and na bloggers in here too the difference and sa ayana mi huni din omo friends
media guy no many
that's a break
me ame bra that's a brown that's a break neighbor media can that's a break and Mr. Beneza and lawyer Dominic or come home man here for but no get send up or no nekasa ain't see na the prince no according to me your source the prince no and Mr. Beneza phone on na record Mr. Dominic and na oyine background so eyi ne phone on so record na nankenye ne boni mu because enya asembone na Mr. Lawyer ne nipa ombeba ho and na all case media no questions on bisa but one can say asem na make an so record we are send the ma opponent and na nipa no so a wo send ma onim say omone of the bi omudi lawyers yatem omuni good terms eti ehu ya ne say Ashanti Queen ebo audio no senka obo audio no ko audio no hwi nim enye se omo ka obi asem enye se asemboni bi no omo ka but the wa fa asem na what did chan tro describe as some nama what Danias some no and then ma ade no ayeya sa aden e dia adwe kra na ba utimi send audio ni koma wo at the end of the day kra no ohene no wa ma etini enka enso wa na so be delete every phone so because wa ma tiade inti mentality ben na wo de send ma wo mo eno ni ade ama ade no ase ayeya ayeya but audio no shi ni but ayeya say the wa omo so wo de koma wo mo no ama o ma be dane asem no ama asem no mo de ntro aka ho eno ne ade a ayeya wo ho nanka enye ade boni bi anase bi a omo ti ba bi no mu di nkomo bi na obi akọ recording no mo nyina ya when Mr. Beneza de ne phone recording bi and as our boy no so yi ne phone recording me state ya say Mr. Ben on ko send ma wo pia if is our boy no me das
okay now senior and any mamuni akwa ba enti no what try say
conversation busa question no but so him for no recording audio no
ahimfie ona na mo koye no
na lawyer no wa ahimfie hobi
debi ono na no mo kasa wo phone so.
Oh, okay, so it was a phone conversation.
I want to come in so that if I can come in. No defrosters and count me mami be movie and kebia.
No, I just want a clarification and say be a check la come be say me take on a second.
Oh, check along.
Eti mi pa cho woni masem ni mana.
There be there.
Woni masem. Any change you have the host
explain it why we are not why chikolon come me am see your friend no waba nti no enye problematic and e mamunia good evening as said the chiko kan ya enyimbre beto ye nim se na omobo audio bi ema ha ya me gina aka se o menye sure cause me kwa na me understanding proper understanding and sana ye chire mu se Ashanti Quincy or recording of lawyer Dominic or person set it up Pakosohene. No, I'm saying no. How say be a lawyer and a blogger be bonkomo minjindi lawyer Dominic no, I will doubt say that will happen. And see a woman we have reliable source on Honey Blossom page. And so a buy no best share more light on the situation said there be. Now I think say because na Pakosohene bebano. Na Ebenezer said ye nua baaka no. No, ni lawyer Dominic airborne come over the phone because me
I told me chawa no obi the comment the reason ti omo the recording is say omo re enfi because no me ye show some money pen paper ho it's reason no say re enfi because reporters there are there reporters tie sad the reporters say as asem na o kan time ni nri enti time e bia o mbawie no mu re mfinti na enye bone so nti wa mpa church
Caroline so what you say
sorry why to us
oh no don't worry cry enti no one will say me for instance say me be interview Mr. Beneza. What I do is I write my questions. Said the be am re fee. Now the question was posed to me pacho say be more dreaming how know. The question was posed to lawyer say anyenye bia say wo Pakosohene a what kind of questions would you like to ask senka we meeting ni puni face to face what am I say no so explaining here I think say all cano said the menu abane kind no more recording so the question are not lawyer ebisa no I will explain those questions I will say obisa say okay say or no uncle babisa say number 1 Mama China meeting now omo ye Mama China eye wo Pakoso no na Pakosohene ewo mu ana me pacho muntie question no say question bonia number 2 Pakosohene otna meeting ni mu bia na number 3 wono no sign a letter na enti se ebusia pen number 4 ebusia pen for mienu ni gina wa hwan pa na ye ebusia pen questions ya lawyer ibisa ye. It is a fair and legitimate question that every one of us have been asking on this media. And your question bonio yen ya ye bisa se Pakosohene na sign a letter nana ana yen bisa bida. On this platform we have been asking who signed the letter because yati se nye Pakosohene enunti na hemfo no efre Pakosohene say ombra no be sign it say who and I will sign a letter no. It's the questions now ye bisa and it's the same question that yen we are asking on the media. These are harmless questions. 4 questions. One say Chico Shas, you know, or can say lawyer now or caso oh. Me and maybe say question A, question B, question C, question D. Question A, B, C, D, and a mark mono. And a yeni asu yenim say no crying a meaning ni. Time omu ye meeting, sana Pakosohene oni hobi. What's name mubi? Yenim say once name mubi. Or no sign a letter. And any question I yeni a pesi you, we can ask them a question to the gods. Yeni epese who say Pakosohene na sign a letter na eno bia so pese Pakosohene kire say nya wona wo sign a letter na why na ye busia pen then na wo sign a letter. These are legitimate and fair questions. All of us are asking the same questions on this media. And one knew brand record ya or the comma ya no mi and one no. Because no more meeting now, bloggers no interview Mr. Ebenezer, and in every vein, the same way some interview Pakosohene. That is if he came, unless some interview Pakosohene, he will avoid camera. It's we a blogger to say the prince. You will write your questions down. Whoever you are going to interview, no, you will write your questions down. Say the beya will read fee. Yenya will be there no so. Yenya. This is the only thing that happened. She ain't CBO. Questions ne no any. Yenya is a lawyer Dominic on to me set Pakosohene app or setting up ajeden. On to me recording on any shampoo nimpuda onim nimpo. So these are the questions. Brand recording ya. Yedi akwa Ashanti Queen abe a whole different story no. And anami new article like I say, they almost record here, say they be almost that they don't forget. But who be some me a lawyer, but maybe some say lawyer. So we are me journalist. Now get bias is here and some year ko we are Pakosohene busia paying some me. Question Ben and baby sir. These are we grab law questions. We are normal questions are any baby sir. Asam na any she ni hobium. She ni hobium. Meaning, I don't know, sir, my explanation makes sense. Check out, you make I know, I know what you're Nishana. Questions, A, B, C, D questions, and one or no. And no more record the A, B, or person more beefy. Said the year can incant it over throw a dear good paper. So, and that's what the old mobile phone into questions be say open so record. You can record so that you don't forget. This is exactly what happened. But check will say only the prince, only the mini evidence. Into the personal check no akasa no akasa no. Check will say the prince suspect. Say, I will let us use the word suspect because you need evidence. But the prince suspect say your Ghpagetv media ni pano. Eno yeden or pushy edema Ashanti Queen. But these are the questions. Me pa macho questions na ye kaso mumbisa no me read na. These are the questions. If you guys want me to read, I'll read the questions verbatim. Verbatim. It is nothing.
Okay, honey, me tickle. Me know when you doing say no more we a journalist and also we a blogger who record it. I think say the recording no almost guy in crowd they come out woman said that. Because
recording the Ebenezer phone, you recording you.
No, Sister Agnes.
Ebenezer phone at the prince.
If you know money pen paper because any man call Mr. Beneza phone no can ho. Mr. Beneza phone can ho. Ono so record bi. Boy ni record bi ti na nya agenda bone. But boy no na ma de na ye bone. Sa na me pa.
Me so me try say Mr. Beneza wa recording is not a problem. But only pen. There's notes on your phone.
So you can write it. Okay,
I know you secondary matter say later we need advices and next time, but am I na agenda?
So mama can say we am Mr. Onya but calm down.
Agnes, please. This is not time to
no, mama address asem na abano. Oh my God. Oh my
Magnus and Cassin.
Okay,
it seems that maybe can no but uni magnet. Asem na make us say asem na abano. And I make us ya papa na on no recording it there. And your problem. Because on a lawyer na kasa. But me person me say both bloggers na ejina ho no kra. So mu di omu phone record kra e wrong. Wrong say
I understand omuti asi o wonti masi o. Na ade a na omu nyina chen say like wonti masi o na omuti enya de bone na omu yo. Na omu nim say omu nkofo a ti say bia me ne hani Bruce any anko said the osri
akwanoma
me ti ya ho asese oh bibi yeah adie say like ohene be bebusa question say where your blogger this is the otuo talking to them like ono nka say this is the question and Mr. Eben Nama onimo Mr. Eben Nama say oh muntie na ne mun jotin to ho it is sana adeneti enye say bia but boy ni na ma adena aye like why man aye the bonny somewhat the American na say hani boy ni bom
Matthias
aye the bonny enye say bia wo man soma omo say omo record you
enya me ka say obi asoma hani wo dem omo kasa
no so Agnes is talking about intent
obi kasa
yes Agnes is talking about intent Agnes person what say even though your mom kwan so omo record nipa na
not necessarily pose your mom kwan I think
that is what you want to use the thing for what the Agnes say can I say
so Agnes was saying that they should rather write rather than record
or share that's or decide the any comma with that intent
because so per se and culture you have notes on your phone you don't even need pen and obi have pen in your tray. It is an person taking notes and go be taking notes. Maybe person me just in the pakono or drop my woman. Intentionally.
Yes.
As some person me can no. Yeah, papa dear. Yeah, papa dear. The lawyer no and on any kasa. And ye mubi wo honoma sometimes you call meetings and as you call lectures and bibia we we are not even allowed to record but ya record secretly say by your any day enfi what you say but me cause bloggers too now omugina ho no the other come particular person sa enkrofo no as a what do you call near ma mo
yes
because opposite
no na mekai na ya
no na me so me can say opposite enka or taking notes say pen in ho dia or notes on his phone or betimi the good so to say they would pen and natural some person because in according
mama opinion until let's share her opinion everybody has their right
to me in pakona and adwin say I want the direct voice record na me de koma omo a ya mamiamo your platform in this week because asem na enkofo we bet asante queen bet na so ye ni hate gist no me kwana me ka asem kakraka bia ye plan ni si ekokum obi se plan ni si ekoye bi eto keka sa obo sai sister abeka me sister abeka na e said that asem bia e said that ye big deal but the problem is the fact in say impact guy na timi record whoever that person is, I record.
Yes, and so according to check on because me Mr. Beneza here so far no I've only spoken to one person to get the story, right? In terms of the questioning aspects, and I know they hear me. I know na me maka no ntino mempo no oheniba media nipa no mempesa meka say 100% chiko de also need the prince akasa won say meka say yenta the prince but na chiko ka say bia waye busy so ye jaho. I don't want to say what I don't know, but the chiko I can say Mr. Beneza na the phone record here. It seems so oheniba media the no so record here, but on no record here na it seems because me no pushima Ashanti Queen. But the questions that were asked is what I've shared with you. So these are the questions. They are harmless questions.
Yes.
It wasn't meant to hurt anybody. And it's the questions that we have been asking on the media to say, who signed the letter? All of us have been asking the question. And then the question is, when Mama China a meeting, not or hini wahwana, or hini pre meeting this one, or hini tnebi mwana. Wait, and any questions, no?
But all the 76. We should just give it about a week or two. Ni dimba beto ama oma bekan boom won tokwam.
Okay. Matthias, what your mommy opinion? So it's okay. No, Foster Brem.
Yeah, even though you're speculating, no, or anybody me anga se me nua bema. Also, you're careful because setting out obi can earlier no. Untimi nye adwuma o Fox FM and Fox TV. Na unkoja ketua o CNN. Wo ye adwuma o Fox ideals of Fox na de be adwuma. It say o panni say asem no kra ni ye untimi nko align we be because of kakra wo be nya dinti. Enti no e wo so heneba so otie ana so obi be bona mane from henceforth no. Ohu omo do ombeko asem we hu. Ena kakra me so meka ne say e was say because bloggers no mumu be your bloggers so me ntimi nkasa ntia omo but I was see hu enipa
I think my eyes that's me ni hu oheniba media say me mboa me ni so ashe oheniba media but I
was say ye hu lawyer ne de lawyer bi asuo e wo na adwuma ho e ne license because ye code your professional code. Was our privilege no entinu say aba outer enko ntia lawyer no even cross say
asamboni no enko ntia lawyer I've checked all that
say asamboni mpo no kan once on the client na e kan asem no wo phone so there is that kind of privilege nti wu nipa na ngode kwa abonten e wa cup of tea lawyer na e affect no wo kwan bia so because abusuapani ye ne client e na wo advise the client. Lawyer obitimi koku nipa na lawyer de not na table ho aka chense okokota kasanyam na mekunu. It's supposed to be a secret di kwa so obi ate sa akwa no pie no okoka kire obi se me lawyer kra ka se nka se enyam na mekunu na lawyer na obi antimi nye ne hwe
check it out for more
ofidi se o act in the best interest of the client
check it out for
entini e danyame asese asem no nya asem e ya asem bone na even ko ya asem bone mpo a on the client ne kasa. But from henceforth no we should penny Ebenezer na omonya careful. Ebeya omone lawyer di nkomo wia ansa na whatever they want to say no omako kan che so-called bloggers no. If the bloggers wants to talk to the lawyer, I have to be direct because lawyer no your professional onim what to say and what not to say. But so no one client kasa a different level or
and because one said they spoke over the phone, not that they were in the same room. Perhaps if they were in the same room, they can write.
Yes, and I make us say, so lawyer na ne client kasa a trust relationship. Onim se on the client kasa, and no blogger and so be kasa. Onim se on blogger be kasa. So even those there is an understanding say wo blogger na extra because of clients na some catch lawyer and say bloggers you omo ye me bloggers. It me person me say na be ya be protect lawyer nti no from henceforth, no, or more yet discussion, it has to be a communication between Ebenezer and the bloggers. The lawyer shouldn't come. One person, the lawyer and the casa. It should be a direct a confrontation between the blogger and the lawyer, so that you have a problem like this. Because lawyer and the blogger casa, when you say no be casa, no ne clients and so casa, when you say no be casa, so it's a problem with him, but. Let's our fears should be allayed and yet big deal be away.
No, this is the questions that we are all asking. This is maybe to be
normal communication and but who say young phone and your moyen adrenaline mu yemre
and ye juma on one coast
and the mere fact say omenya audio no, it is not even about the content too. About getting the audio because we feel omenya audio no, it makes them superior. So and yes say content of the audio can hear person manage because boa enemies camp akonya bibi in the form of information but not necessarily the information because information in and asama this shouldn't be a celebration because information we nya ade bia indicting ebegu obi a ho finsa.
What the influence me a journalist I me who Pakosohene. The first question maybe say mama China no my no now we need you who can who be wishing because all my Pakosohene we are aware.
So,
these are normal questions that every human being we are even already asking on the media. So we are aware na Ebane say because we've been asking say omokoye meeting no it's just it's legitimate and reasonable fair questions na omo beside nothing more and open a lawyer beside
me pama show o fan cheme what na me ma me na request e
o ma me na request e
ma you na me give me
pacho me oji me pacho me sisa juma kasa den
na me ma me ba ne haircut me wan say me ma me a request e
ajigo si form
Oja, munsi oji wa munsi no.
Hey, I am bloody.
Kana.
Madam says, honey.
Na we kwai mo say go for rubo munya bote. Na obi a come manipa assemble there. We giro ni mu biase. Wonim hwe. Oh, mani nka say for say a check omo diska check.
Okay, so repeat the word ni biom.
Manipa assemble. Manipa assemble. Or money was for so was a
Friday make my day.
Be 1 2 weeks omunya skanje omunya assembly aka eti we ba ya na e fa meka nye views kaka na
exactly omunya sika
omunya assembly aka assembly nkoko komota we ye tie ye onkomo pedi asemu wa ba wa ne wo ko se we se ja asema se betra so oye ye nkofo na obi na record o mo na bi sankomo ye betra me discuss because we nyen komo
because then the Calvin asemu
na Calvin assembly there Calvin assembly me pacho me ba madomu su kominyenya verification to confirm it me nim baby I don't know the source of that information I know they made ministry America the ministry America
honey maybe I can say I always say this to be honest and truth be told 99% of bloggers omunya lawyer
oh thank you
omunya lawyer to anybody
please break
so blogger ya lawyer to you or so do to pay rules so na dey bia utwa neka and obey lawyer to nko a benye saa
oh thank
na
you
forget omunya lawyer nti omuno kaka meka na say I'm going forward now. We
common simple questions that we all on the media will ask is what has been asked. I'll ask it debate.
Going forward, bloggers and I almost per content and that they all my deeds, you know. Let's what's a video so it's a year. I can't say my I can't go watch this here. Whether for Nita case here, as a penny be all park with their own. Sana Matier or more chance over the good to me. Or almost so no many na uncle no be a sabi na dwumu do a o they say for Faradexen the phone so na a blogger the phone or the camera ko turn the phone so but so who dey Faradexen ye but Faradexen what media asinti na we fi no na be better phone to atwene ko da no person the phone be to ade me your phone so e to mo no mo little chance in o wasemu a almost twisted one seminar because of say they want to create content.
Mami,
I know say you love to talk to the because the bloggers now need information, but going forward now, more back mobile more ben was we don't really be na say we feel say no more say bibia you do it why about penny.
Be crying. I may add maybe or who knows? Maybe you know about best any. But so questions that were directed to them now to Mr. Ebenezer was Mama China meeting, you know. Nama one Pakosohene or ya aware na. Number 2 meeting or today mubiana. Number 3 or no sign a letter na. Into one of the say bush paying so 5 bush paying me no why na ye bush paying. And I believe that these questions come baby son one.
Simple and
come baby son one in fear. And the questions where yanka say ye bisa wo media no so sa ye bisa wo media no so sa.
Yeah.
Yeah, beside this question, who signed the letter?
Na my no they party now almost over o makasa no.
Me minimo oti me pa cho lady me nue bi so person kasa ma me hanti ma ne kasa sisia na me mfa wombe. Oh, very happy.
Imagine na ho ye.
Me ho ye pa me do.
Na share na.
Honey, on say omo ko inside honoma. On say ana henkwafo no je omu nyina phones. Insi me de enka me susu say enka omo recording na omo bobo hu a enka nya ne boni mu. Because on say omo ko inside honoma ye je omu nyina phones ye dey. Eto hokopem so omo be pon meeting no. Enti so ofra omo na onu omo bobo hu say o omo pia say na mo mbusa ohene na enka nya ne boni mu. Me patcho say what ya say because ye be je omu nyina phones.
You be interview Mr. Ebenezer or it's who will say that you know the questions you want to ask. Where do you
because won say omo ko inside ye be je omu nyina phones nti e bi kra na omo ra e dey akofi nti say oni omo bobo hu wo honom na omo record esa chi omo adwene siso an kanya ne boni mu patcho me da say
so far not say not read another or Hiniba media banner yes a friend as soon as Bo said that's Breno.
Oh, but
no man for to say yeah,
but let's not rule out the
I said to be a guy is streaming my life. Well, it's up to them. If they want to listen to the truth, they better listen to the truth.
Honey, I tell you, so most to me muntie.
Jimmy Crowder.
Was a most to me and the muntie, maybe more crime permanent than me. No problem, so might say the name most to media and the muntie with the message, Mamma. Timiliga, Scanamo Pagina, Muntified as many Escow, and fat. Someone's supposed to me. It's a chomoka, it's more perfume, some damages cow. Oh, some pesca, was soon as you chomoka. Or when you know, there's what can out as I see you. But I'm quite some almost no. We are some ya, and I'm a giant, then there, I shut a queen. I necessarily say, what I got some. I return, I have information. The information. Questions. And the questions will be catch will be some questions. So yeah, I don't know why one. And what was the reason?
What is the importance of the lawyer without advice? Lawyer, and so far, so say if the lawyer cannot advise his client, and so far, so say.
You so too much.
Obi crutch ni a wako school ni bi. You do go school ba bro check kwa school as one to go.
Me say, honey, e go for you. Me say, o ma gina kete say I can say. Akoko clitoris. So what do you? Imagine say akwa clitoris.
What did you mean by to us? Now there.
Na no kre. That's a big afọ. Imagine say
honey. Na so honey who dey we raba o. We anya omo class no why, man. Me say na me kwa me say wa school na. Wa no.
There was a mission o. Tree was a mission.
Na we raba o. Hey, woman, no papa ya dio.
We that say.
Anu ba bro cho sa ko school ana.
Ai.
Entia, e raba wo mu. E fo. Ka cho mu.
Oya fancy never for say normal.
Fancy a wan ko school kra na o ka twa no de bro.
I'm not to for 44 day. And for the phone so no more things so ana ede se ubufu o mo asere san fati for me fati
share
no
mo nya cassette o ye asante for na
o
me
me
for the act for mama ye say top mama nya cassette
me say me fati ni ndi agro me say me fati ni ndi agro ma me o ma mbufu da because the crane me mo da mo asere fati no mo asere sa e na me po mo
we mu nyina asama ya ka se mu stream
I don't want to stream and as I don't wait. There
is no who say
yes, your Henny Baba. Okay, Henny Baba, when we pick your Henny Baba. Okay, maybe.
No, I request.
And I want some call, make me and then I'm alcohol. Moko Henny Baba way. Yes,
that sounds so like.
I mean,
yeah, Henny Baba. Sisi your Henny Baba, Falila, me pacho Falila come in why no Henny Baba has say because you see an according to
the Kameka Secretary and Fananto. Ebe hana yanka say ebe suspect dey ba hana entro
mo la dey na make say sisi and yes suspect
me no evidence check trust the other guy but the other guy trust no they all bloggers na omo as guilty as each other
yeah they all bloggers me dey no until say you must say when you there o say o Hineba media no
guy meaning say me
guy but say for attacking the basa na ntesa
no OJ makes you say and send a more canon. But why should he even be in that context again? I don't think I made the baby in terms of how or you understand the credibility I made my boy neighbor kokono is because of that. Said if really there was not this theory of him swinging here and there. Nanka Onukra, he will not be a bone of contention in an issue like this because we know Ahineba is already credible enough.
Yes.
To see anything like a few Ahineba side that baby will not be questionable. Baby anyone Sakra on the show.
Yeah.
You understand? But because this guy has been, who the original, who the well we need the DSO or what illegal wives there. But ni what you say?
But and that's why Falila today we really praised him. Okay, and they praising him.
That's why you never be so on the boni. Also, you have what you say?
OG, you are getting me wrong.
Let me just say what the
Asa me or Hineba Kasa Bia no me can't me person or Hineba big Jina baby faku. Me say or Hineba has built his page on credibility.
Yes.
From way back and sana luba some beba. Obi ni wa no ope anyinie ho asemeti anasa aseme flow 24 and every or Hineba page na obeko. And once he says it, you pick it and that is what you run by. They make an ultimate say. So maybe the enemy say, or Hineba is looking at building a brand outside of already he's doing it, but outside of Lumba issue, he wants to build a media. Your friend is a house or a media way, even if it's an online media, he wants to become one, or he is one of the biggest. In order to be able to maintain that way, existing experience, they make ultimately to be able to work. We all will believe what she's saying because of the amount maybe or and the example na make obi to send na ba no more for years
no who said that the sister can no
it's can I say what here and I've always been me issue way or Hineba was say who be say my addressing was that issue we
you even went on his platform
yeah you even went on Nankasa page Emma me I said I knew a day like this would come because what would it be that in a situation like this, he's the one
they seem to imply say your Hineba media guy and or the amma but we don't know yet and then they just want Hineba
OJ the sister person trying to say on cast chinchina boy ni meye odobro and I said
I'm not saying from American don't come and say o do always be the comment. No, Ohiniba media na emba monte be
me media na make can say same way. Ma boswa
because of how he
tenka boy ni ye ne juma se ne se so yanka onye obi kro mo betimi atena omo sa won so because she se ne boss tie. This is where I'm going at because Ohiniba bekasa empenyimfo amuye empenyimfo mo madum do na omunim your friend is saying facts and figures here. Yeah, they believe what he says because he's always consistent.
Yes.
And on a Mitchell say, although Pronia Semni dear, some the moment as some year count, but he's building something beyond this issue. Oh, if you are building something beyond this issue, you need to train them in a way. Say, so mokasa, it is said, yeah, one kasa or hinebano wakasa.
That's right.
Because we should not be waiting for Ohiniba to come and talk before we can say, yeah, GD. Why should it be so? Then why does he have
this same person?
What you
saying? This same person.
So well,
this same person for the past few months.
Media hobby and on the word of Becano.
The point is for the past few months. This same person I talking to Ohiniba. So if Ohiniba who any fault on the side there.
Ohiniba acknowledges it. I'm not somebody who
any issue. Look, let's not dwell too much on it. I think so. One opinion to the other.
I've always stood by it, and I'll keep standing by these same words again and again because I like Ohiniba media for the way he handles himself. There shouldn't be any reason why anytime there is any form of reportage, especially if the person is on site, Nipana Osman on site, no, wakofa information number, you have a production team are producing information, no, you put it out there on YouTube or you put it out there on TikTok, but then you know, unless you have to come out again to come and explain and sound and JD. This is where I'm going. Because I am saying that outside of this Lumba issue, there will be other things that will happen. And Ohiniba will not always have the time to come and reintegrate and re-explain everything that
exactly.
But then if he has people that are credible enough and are working according to the practices, no or follow no, according to what his production will give them, then the Odibeto Hobiano we take it and we run by it.
Exactly. I agree with Falila. I get where Falila is going.
Falina, we are good.
I don't have any issue. That's not issue.
We love Ohiniba. One at a time. We love Ohiniba. We love Ohiniba. We appreciate Ohiniba. But we are just saying, say, their messaging must align. Yes, sir, then it makes the job difficult for
him.
And that is the end of story. I just wanted to put this clarity here. So the questions that were asked were harmless questions.
Honey, don't say you're
going. Oh, my bread, may continue. Lady D will live. You're back support in a wine. Oh, dear. My bread, I'll end the live. Why? Now I'll come.
So thank you guys very
much. Don't take it easy. Why? Okay.
Honey, correct. Now, honey, come on, Abasara.
Meaning,
honey, me pacho na say table call break for very long time. Don't do that again.
Matio, thank you. All right.
And there's a difference between the PNDC law. Even when it comes to the PNDC law, Nase Lumba Eja declarational message with everyone placed within their respective positions in their respective properties, the court cannot change squad. Nada. And Calvin knows that. Denise knows that. Darren knows that. Charlene and Sierra, and you know, there's nothing she can run. But the thing is, say, maybe when your lawyer words, when you'll be words, where do you run that thing through? First thing you do is you run it through the police station. You report a defamation, you report a crime to the police station. That's the first thing you do. When you hear anything that you deem that it can be turned in as an evidence, you take it to the police station, you report it, and you make them aware, say, this is something illegal that they have done. After that, you take it to your lawyer. So your lawyer can attach it to whatever case that you're going through. That is the legal process. If you already have a court plea, all you do is you tender it to your lawyer, and your lawyer tenders it to court. Whatever turn up with, so that you only answer what's the what's your bafon. Says ya no more born your mama wap with no money and almost think what's your bafon, the judges wap with so really case.
I don't even
Who you
know.
playing it for? This is the stupid tactical thing they do and go for back. I catch up say, do not listen to these useless non-entities. No one will school and community appreciate and stress. One will be on what was school in the Juma Papa be just go back to up with so betting quasi some that. Na may no evidence be. I mean, Bambi Bobo move. Namely, I bet to up. I tell if a year for the court you presented to the court. Just like say, Jabi for interviews, that the lawyers have it and they're working on it. You take everything to the court. Don't bring it here because all the bar was the above open a bit. Omo sabi omu ti omo ya mana sabi omu ba brabo no man be bobra omo enu me mahwe omo enu omo abora bohwe omo enu omo mahwe. Imagine obi abeka kwase asem wa happy so na me na respond no na me dey live story abeto so wo kura na ban na twa adai kura wo so ye Royal Majesty uni dan unto apartment. Forget that. You are not renting by yourself. I buy nature amount. What bet now piece you join them say I bet Aviana me dish ya me tea and I mean it's the weapon and me pen. Was my bedding? Bebekaya. Her daughter that is 9, my daughter, my older daughter is 32 years of age. My daughter is raised in a very responsible, respected way that my daughter will never get involved in anything, even if she sees people. My daughter is on this TikTok. She's never been on our page. She's never going to respond to somebody. No, because she's raised properly, like a lady. But because you say we're raising a ban in a stupid way, though. And when you remember Hosana, Nebano, Melinda Banabetron. When we say if you ask what gymnasts wanted to obey, or money in the age before.
Oh, yes.
When your mother is fighting somebody, how the fuck do you come in as a child? Hey, maybe you should make catch them all. Me 1, 2, 3, me do veggie. 1, 2, 3, me do veggie. And I'm sure the papa never catch me say for the sake of our childhood friendship, I'm going to ignore this your stupid child. I crowd tia bruche we fear bruche. Ababet na Ghana 19 years. Any quartier. Rubbish boyfriend Etsy, rubbish boy needs 1 room. On any mammy that's 1 room. I could have fear bruchira babetana, stay room. Na said, oh, mammy to see Yanka will be a high school there. And can you invest in our Priaco? High school no background, you were to Ghana. Just like Nema mentioned you while she was in secondary school at Orion Secondary School. Or Pomaka James and a boy. On your movie, no cocoa hairdressing, no status was your hairdressing. And it's all the better now. Bema befani by Germany. Even appreciation to even states, so Bema nedeme by. There's nothing wrong with acknowledging someone that helped you. She still can't say it. Or your interview. There were SBTV castle, no, near Bema nedeme by. So Bema. And they try to take it back. Where you only
I think I listened to that interview.
Yeah. She said, send your Bema nedeme by, but Niama nedeme by. Nyama, and I didn't buy. Nyama was my friend. And then, our only sister, mom and papa, that was a rich area. Then Nyama's niece, she was in Orion's secondary school. That's where Belinda was. On any mammitin table, dime, wooden structure, or mamubish. They didn't have a place to stay. And you know, whilst Nyama and I were friends, he had gone to the swimming pool, and I wasn't there because I was going to school. I come from a home full of military men. Until you post one go school, and Okokofa Belinda didn't buy. Once I realized, he was talking to some street tag, some broke ass motherfucker's child, and I'm saying, listen, Ukraine is skinny, but what's the stamina of who's gonna make one sit down and to get the fuck and go be with the broke ass girl. And I'm a kind of I've dated 4 people in my entire life. So date. 4 till date. When she came around, I made someone check her background. And what I discovered is, hey, I hate dirty girls. A girl that cannot close her leg to one man, but will jump from bed to bed just because they need help. And so far, it's been the truth. The meme woba, na meba, enya 5 years, Johnson pass, so a psychological issue. I'll seek help for my child. Omo wudi Her Royal Majesty, obi ebra ni fie da na ya mko ni fie nkwohwo. Yes, sorry, I address most of the illegals. They address shepeni at yabon. Okom fin roaches and cockroaches.
They are frustrated beings. They are frustrated.
So the moment they see you that you are happy, you are living with a man, you are really living life, they get frustrated because a man is not supposed to be respected. A woman is supposed to be the head in a home. Me head in my home. Me tail. Me the lowest of the lowest. I lie flat, I get my ticket and I fly. I live like a queen in my home, but I have no position in my home because I am vulnerable so that that one that is strong can protect me. Many position beyond me. It is, come, where's my food? Is everything ready? I love you. I need you. I miss you. Open body, giving out my responsibility, good sex, good life, good living, respect to the man. Because Mayor Fantini, respect comes first before anything. If Metifie says, say, my boss, I will cut the life and go and attend to my boss because my life is not what makes my life better. It is the life I have at home that comes first. Or bat me better now, is not so 10 hours. Na bema what is kawan no if you know did and the man did no see happy so. Nan the man in my brofufi and brofune raising a mama. No, I'm sorry, I don't do that. Like I said, my older daughter is a doctor. My stepson I'm entertaining or university or she had a papebi because me fee you won't try that shit. No. And my boss, he would always remain the boss. Obey tin wabrabum because no any obi yes one brand one meso one because on the boss. As long as I chose some man the chance to be the boss in my life, I will make him the boss with all the dignifying in the world, and I'll continue to humble myself to him because I deserve it. And this is one of the things you women need to learn in order to fix your homes. And you'll be the problem. Girl, now what now finish a girl never job. The girl is not your problem. Your problem is you, your mouth. Your problem is you, your pride. Your problem is you trying to compete with the person that you should be lowering yourself for him to protect you. And because a lot of men treat real women nicely. And the man ebimunye sa ye catch them say bema we do nyo but so no when I got there because I knew him from before I knew said this is a king. How do you see a king? When you are a queen you can find a king. When you're ghetto you find rubbish. When we saw hene akwa kwashia kwasi ampeni pe there be okwa yimfie say do huni esono atare esese wo hye esono wonantie esono kasa nti dia obeye ho no na be kire be ma obehu no. One thing I realized when I went to Ghana even recently was that every young girl was wearing shorts. No one short is showcasing all of their body. So which one are you hiding for the man to be interested to come and marry you and see it quickly? At the end when where we the way now would you see one why curious come and find it oba mama wa baba ye on day. You are near to no Ghpagetv. Me, I'll forever be a side chick president because even if you are married and you don't learn to be a girlfriend and do the things girlfriends do, girlfriends don't talk back to the men. They only chop the money, enjoy the pampering. They treat the men as kings. They treat them as their lords and masters. They do everything for these men. When they say open leg, they open it 10,000 degrees. Push your nyash. They push the nyash like a dog that is about to come. But you, the wife, and I'm and I ding, and I pay me, and I buy and I'm bread. Wabe brenso. Wabe bra one shop. Nadia Koshobi. It's like I'm learning to be submissive. More learning to do the right things. More learning to stop cheating on these men. You'd realize that you had very good men in your homes. But because of one shutdown pony and Emma Memano, a jamo, a koi, Pachameba. Hello. Me Pacho, me were live, me van to speaker. Yes, me chicken chance him or no will. Says here, dear, me juma. Nasa last time, no more say, me juma will be African shop. I'm say me chicken chance him, and I'm my chicken chance him every day with me fee. Hey. Hey, me Pacho, hold on now. Debbie, say almost a meeting. Oh, Pacho, catch almost say me, Juma at a law firm. I write letters for a legal firm in Norway. Apart from that, me mediation for the child services, which is Barnabane, so they can go and find that also out from their website. Apart from that, me Juma Mami Kuno. This is the meeting.
5 minutes walk to your house.
Me Pacho be me area meteno area is for area Ghana ni biento. I don't think so some of these in kwasi afo po beti nyenye ska be third time was our area hono. Mame me Pacho me area ye ni abrofo nkwa nete Ghana ni ba po enti me area. Obi oto a friend George o wari broni and we pilot. Oh, washing dishes is also a job. Oh, that is so sweet. Auntie, okay, no beside the on a kitchen crow, catch any pakoni say. Anna or Mabel says, see, I may me a kitchen porter, Jimmy. Now, me sorry every day be a me quite when I'm meeting yes, can I do to quite now or no, I am manager now on to quite a wife frustrated me. Obite me 5 minutes drive. Yeah, they're rubbish. Mommy, catch any back when I say, minim reform, why? Minim reform. Hey, naturally say, hey, yes, Christo. Namu kasao, I begging you remember what say. Mumu bidumu kasao. Hey. Mumu bidumu. Oh, chair, how? Okay, and what cow, mommy. She, I did back one back at you about sa apple, so it's a woman. Oh, we are why you frustrated? How dear?
Good evening.
Good evening, darling. How are you? I beg, is there any black person living around my area? Lady, you always see your friend pinging you or TikTok. And to me, what her son or best friend is say, pinging you in Patro, some not kind of second sister into one Patro.
Maybe I saw someone making you say, we know be teaching yet and can train pass say, Auntie Alberta, our law firm, because I know say in law firm, your categories, not necessarily so a lawyer. But you on a firm or on a more the oil. Nipa said a bit or chicken kitchen fork.
Or send me to chin your own kitchen.
Kitchen fork.
Yes, I'm a Juma or Norway, Hanny, some to chin chance in more kitchen.
No better. Every Juma cry. Would you degrade in a cry? A Juma in the commander.
Or send the panel 5 minutes away from me fee. I'm dear Batron. What do I do? What do they do for this country?
Wait, but who is that person? Because I don't know any Ghanaian person that lives 5 minutes away from you, and you've never worked in the kitchen. That's in your own home as a wife and a mother. So I don't know whether that person employed you or not. Wait, yeah, nipa no Alberta winning, so they will do anything to degrade you. And that is it.
And I'll say I'll say fight na me fit me area na iska for net wo eye ni kwase ampani bi ati ponko suni bi eni wote hono Ghana ni pontimi area ho.
No, the fact is not about a henny or rich person. It's about destroying somebody's image, spreading false rumors. Do you understand?
45 minutes and
it's not about having. See, let's stop this thing about class and everything. This hasn't got nothing to do about who is rich, who is poor.
Actually, true.
It's about who is calling your name. Me, you're poor, but